Let's try a thought experiment. You've just arrived in San Diego, and you take a quick glance at the slogans of the two candidates vying to be mayor. Well, you might be forgiven if you couldn't quite tell them apart.
Most of all, David Alvarez believes we can have a city that works for all of us.
Compare that to a mailer with Kevin Faulconer's smiling face beaming out beneath the words, "A mayor for all." Almost identical language, right? Well, Mesa College political scientist Carl Luna says the words are about as empty as an unfilled pothole.
That's one of the absences of leadership in this whole campaign. When people say, I want to be a mayor for all San Diego, they have to explain what they mean by that and not use it for some sort of a political code word, which I'm afraid both the campaigns are doing.
Luna says they might be using the same language, but just who's doing the speaking colors the meaning.
There's an argument to be made that when they say a mayor for all San Diego, for Kevin Faulconer it means I'll be a mayor for white San Diego too and not just Latino San Diego. And for David Alvarez it means it's no longer just going to be those white guys.
Luna says to really govern all of San Diego, both candidates must reach beyond their bases, like Faulconer's bipartisan push in this ad.
There isn't a Democrat or a Republican way to fix a pothole. It's about working with everyone to make a better San Diego.
There's a lot more than just filling up potholes involved in the way people cast their votes. And there's a growing perception of unfairness in American society.
Luna says there's a growing awareness of a deepening divide between the haves and the have-nots. And that feeling of unfairness, of the system not working equally for everyone, that's why Alvarez says he is running for mayor.
I believe very strongly in making sure we have an economy that works for everyone, primarily the middle class, and that's how I'm going to govern. And it's probably going to be in disagreement sometimes with some big corporate interest, and that's okay.
On issues like developer fees for affordable housing and a new community plan in Barrio Logan, Alvarez has certainly butted heads with business. Alvarez also supports some progressive go-tos, like a living wage for workers. And he says the myopic focus on downtown development has got to end in order
to become a first-class city like other cities where we get people moving through transit instead of cars and we activate public spaces. I mean, there's so many opportunities to do that. That's the future of San Diego.
Whether Alvarez will face that future as mayor will be decided at the polls, but it will be an uphill battle. While there are more registered Democrats in San Diego, a special election favors an older, whiter, and yes, Republican turnout. And Faulconer is turning up the heat, attacking Alvarez for being in the pocket of unions. Alvarez's campaign is getting lots of cash from organized labor, but he says that doesn't make him their lackey.
I think it just means that your values are in line with what their values are. In the case of the Labor Council, it's the values of working people. I mean, that's exactly who I am. My mom being a fast food worker, my dad a janitor, you can't get more blue collar than that.
So how will the personal translate into policy? Political scientist Carl Luna says knowing that is hampered by a short election cycle that's heavy on negativity and light on substance.
I think what you're going to have to wait for, unfortunately, is to see how they actually govern whoever wins. Because right now they're just in campaign mode.
Oh, wow.
A mode not likely to let up until voting day on February 11th. Sandhya Dirks, KPBS News.